Guys, it's Joel here from Aussie Chart Trends. Today's market update is for Monday the 17th of December 2012. As some of you may know, my computer decided to pack it while I was away last week, and I haven't been able to do the updates since Wednesday of last week. So guys, this video is going to be a bit more detailed than the usual, and I'll do the weekly update with today's data. So let's get straight into it. I've just got to remind everyone firstly that asx200.com.au and this video are for educational purposes only. Nothing stated at the site or in this video is intended to be used as any form of investment advice. I'm not a licensed professional. You need to make your own decisions regarding your investments. I'm just here to help anyone searching for a practical direction in today's markets. And sorry if I do come across a little bit slow today. I'm very jet lagged. Okay, so looking here on the hourly chart of the smp500, we've been looking at this area up here as an area of resistance. You can see that the S&P got over this area a little bit more extended than what we thought. You can see that this resistance area on this side pushed the markets down each time, and we were expecting that we would get that move down. Now you can see where the S&P closed at on Friday's trade. Very important area. It really needs to hold here, and what we would like to see here at this point is for the market to round back up and take out this red line over here. Why is that? Well, if we did take out this red line and say we had a move up to around the 1450s or 1460s area, over the peak over our head and our right shoulder of our triple top formation, and would find an area of resistance there, then the markets may come back down and for a nice back test there on that 1435 area. And then if we're able to hold, what we would be looking at then is a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder with our breakout. So we would be looking at a measured move approximately at this stage for a move up to around that 1520, 1530 area. So guys, it is looking fairly good right now, but we do need to hold at these levels. If we do break this level of support here, we'd be looking at a move down to around the 1390s, and then we would have to reassess what's going on here in the market. But for now, let's just wait and see what happens with the S&P 500. Very interesting times. So let's take a look now at the asx200. Looking on the hourly chart here of the asx200, following up from last Wednesday's update, we were talking about the markets potentially coming back down and just finding an area there of resistance. And as you can see, I've drawn two new trend lines here on the chart, and it looks as if that the market's in another little tiny symmetrical triangle pattern. So we could expect either a break out to the upside or a break to the downside. Now I'm hoping that we do get that break to the upside because at the moment the S&P 500 is sitting right on that 1413 level, and we really need to hold at those levels for the markets to continue to be in a bullish state. Now we should see some evidence in tonight's trade of exactly what's going to happen in the following weeks. If the S&P 500 does break down, well, I would say that we would get that move back down below this line here, and we would firstly get an area of support on this area here, around that 4,520 area. But if that was to break, I would say then we'd probably most likely get a bounce on this descending line here, just depending, but we would be looking at a nice bounce there around that 4,490 area. So that's just something to keep in mind if the market does break down. Another very strong area of support, I would say, would be definitely on this neckline here that we had drawn to our inverted head and shoulders pattern. And as you can see, that's slightly sloping down, but that's around that 4,450 area. And I would say that the asx200 would definitely get a bounce here around this area. That's just keeping it in mind for the bulls and for the bears today. That does pretty much wrap up today's market update. I hope that you guys are enjoying the updates, and I do apologise for the last week. But the good news is that I do have my computer fixed, and I am back in Melbourne, and I don't plan on travelling anytime soon. So I'll be back tomorrow with a fresh daily market update. Thanks very much for your patience, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.